The Season 1 ending of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power set up numerous tales to be explored when the series returns. The second season of Amazon's Lord of the Rings program, which just finished its first season, is already in the works. Season 2 is presently in production and is intended to continue the adventures of Galadriel, Nori, the Stranger, and to tie up some loose ends from the conclusion. Despite being an 8-episode season packed with action and major breakthroughs, The Rings of Power Season 1 felt like only the beginning of the adventure. The first 3 Rings of Power have been built, Sauron has arrived in Middle-earth, and the Stranger has set off on a journey with Nori. With everything that happened in the finale, combined with what's known about the events of the Second Age, quite a lot is on the table for the show's future. While much of what comes next is open to speculation, the Lord of the Rings timeline does create a blueprint of sorts for the adventures to follow. Here's every story that viewers can expect to see in The Rings of Power Season 2. The Lord of the Rings has revealed that 20 Rings of Power will be crafted soon, but 3 have already been constructed and will be featured in Season 2. They are Narya, Vilya, and Nenya, according to Middle-earth legend. Narya and Vilya should both go to Gil-galad initially, but Nenya should be worn by Galadriel. The elves successfully hide their presence from Sauron in the novels until the Third Age, therefore the villain obtaining them should not occur in the narrative. However, there may be some disagreement among the elves over who gets the rings. Finally, the mystery is disclosed, and Halbrand is revealed to be Sauron himself. Sauron has reached Mordor, as depicted in the conclusion, and has made his first step toward becoming the main nemesis of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. However, while the series has stationed the villain in his famous mansion, he lacks an army, a tower, or anything else that he requires to accomplish his book-based destiny. In terms of the following phase, it's probable that Season 2 will be when Sauron constructs his principal fortress, Barad-dûr. During this period, he might begin assembling armies of orcs, which could lead to a clash with Adar. The forging of the other Rings of Power might also be a story element for Season 2 to explore with Sauron. Rings of Power Season 2's ending is a pivotal moment in the timeline, and certainly an event that has a strong likelihood of happening before Rings of Power Season 2 seconds end. Surprisingly, Tolkien's book offers no hints as to what awaits the Stranger and Nori when they travel to Rhûn in the Rings of Power. This area on the Middle-earth map was not visited by the major characters during their journeys in The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, which is why so little is known about its past. Furthermore, Nori is a unique character, allowing the program to accomplish anything it wants with her part in the battle against Sauron. The same could be true for the Stranger because even if he does turn out to Gandalf, the wizard wasn't in Middle-earth in the Second Age. So once again, this is a character whose Rings of Power story hasn't been plotted by Tolkien. Mining for Mithril, as many have predicted, would have terrible effects for the dwarves. The Rings of Power Episode 7 finale revealed that a Balrog had risen deep beneath the dwarven mines. The beast in question wasn't intended to become a problem until the Third Age, but it appears like the show is gearing up for a showdown with the Balrog. Fighting it and maybe forcing it into hibernation might be the emphasis of Prince Durin's Season 2 narrative, but given the connection between his and Elrond's story, the program could find a method to lure the latter and the Elven army into the conflict as well. In fact, multiple main characters coming together to fight the Balrog may be necessary, particularly when taking into consideration just how powerful these monsters truly are. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give us a like.